Well, it's been a record-breaking season with some of the most talented young golfers battling it out in what's been the most competitive calendar in history. From the Scottish Highlands to the English South Coast, the PGA EuroPro really has lived up to its billing as the world's leading developmental tour.
There's what you're waiting for. Not much time, you can't waste no more. There's not much time, what you're waiting for. Waiting for, waiting for. There's what you're waiting for. Waiting for, waiting for, waiting for, waiting for, waiting, 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 waiting for. Keep holding on.
Welcome to the 2015 HotelPlanner.com PGA EuroPro Tour Review of the Year. Now, with over £800,000 in prize money and 80 grand at the Tour Championship, it really has been an incredible season. So here's what's coming up in the next hour. We have highlights from all 16 EuroPro Tour events. We round up the EuroPro Tour's fantasy golf course. We take a look at the 10 best shots caught on camera this year. All that to come later on in the show. Now, the tour has travelled the length and breadth of Great Britain, and of course it ended right here in sunny Spain. And this has allowed golf's future stars to really hone in on their skill and talent at a very competitive level.
Yeah, I mean, the course is every year getting better on the EuroPro. I've played it for 6 or 7 years now, and the course is definitely closer to the main tour courses nowadays, especially this week with the long rough.
It's been my best year to date, so whatever happens today and this week, it's going to go down as my best year yet, so I'm going to take the positives from that.
The EuroPro Tour's got better every year, and Dan Garden has been fantastic in boosting the prize funds and going to better courses like this and venues, and it's just going from strength to strength this tour. It's fantastic.
Courses are improving each year, and this year's been no exception. They've been excellent.
It's been really good to play well this year around some top courses, which you're going to have to play well around if you want to be one of the best in the world.
So now let's go right back to the start of the season and the opening event made famous for hosting the Ryder Cup back in 2010. Of course, it's Celtic Manor in Wales.
Celtic Manor, home to the Ryder Cup and the opening venue for the 2015 HotelPlanner.com PGA EuroPro Tour. The World Snooker Open was the curtain raiser for the season. An ace on the fourth from Matthew Mosley and this eagle from Alan Dunbar were among the shots of the day. The leading group at the top of the leaderboard, Gary King, Billy Hemstock and Alan Dunbar, were determined that this would be their moment. Only one would succeed, setting in motion a remarkable start to the season. We join them on the 18th fairway.
Now Billy, anything just right at the stick. And anything like his second round, if he can make a 3. And it looks like he probably will. What a shot.
Gary King trying to put the pressure on.
He's staring it down. Spin. Oh, yes. Look at the control. Oh, look at that delay reaction.
King, massive putt to put pressure on Dunbar.
Has he got it? Has he got it?
Oh,
yes, he has.
What a putt from Gary King, under pressure for a fabulous round.
Of 66.
He's got nowhere near it, and that surely was pressure that produced that shot from Alan Dunbar. He had this title in his hands coming down the 18th. It's not the result that he was after, but if he can keep that kind of form going this season, well, a second to start things off, not too bad at all. But what a dramatic finish to a fantastic day's golf. Back-to-back wins are rare on the tour. Inevitably, it would take a rather special performance to create a little bit of history. But one man was up to the task. A second-round record-breaking 10-under in the Build-Base Open provided a pretty solid foundation for Gary King to have a tilt at successive titles. And even a bogey at 18 couldn't stop him from becoming a double winner.
It's been a great start, just what I wanted, and to win in the first two events is a great feeling, and I've got to take a lot of confidence from it.
The tour moved to Surrey for event 3, and it was Darren Wright who made a bold dash for the line, but it was by no means a straightforward win. Halfway through his final round, he was 5 shots clear of the field, but his nerve faltered. His rivals gained valuable ground, and it set the stage for a thrilling finish on the tough 18th, as he battled in-form Alan Dunbar for the Kerry London Championship.
Very good.
Oh, he's nailed it.
Come on. He loves it, and that's why. Just going to roll off that slope.
All those hours on the range really paying off there. Fantastic committed swing. And an uphill putt.
He'd have taken that.
Now Dunbar. Can he produce something special here? Another great swing. Get the ball fizzing off the face.
Just didn't quite have the legs to make the plateau. Dunbar to try and ask the question for birdie. Oh no! What an effort from Alan Dunbar. Well, that would have been the dream finish for him, and that would have put serious pressure on his playing partner. That's how close it was to the big finish. Right then, to win in style here in Burr Hill. No. Well, this has been the part of his game today that has just been a little fragile.
If you're going to choose 2 putts to win a golf tournament, it wouldn't be on this green, I can tell you that for sure.
Good shout, James.
It's an absolute nightmare.
And this for the win. My goodness me, what a demand. Keep your head down, Darren. You're on the verge of the big one.
Come on, baby. Yes.
Oh, he's done it. And as James Hepworth said, all those hours and hours of work have finally paid off. From leafy Surrey to a windswept Northumbria, the tour moved to Longhurst in the northeast. The conditions were far from ideal as players struggled to perform in gale-force winds. Sam Connor was the man who held off the field, including in-form Fenwick, for a 2-shot win in the Dawson and Sanderson Foreign Exchange Classic.
I don't really know what I can say, to be honest. I mean, you make the best decisions you can and commit to it, that's all you can do. You'd hit a shot and it could go anywhere, really. It's borderline playable, to be honest, the back 9. I mean, the balls are moving on greens. I am pretty happy with how, I performed in that, in those conditions.
After a blistering start to the season, Gary King had all but secured a top 5 place by winning the first 2 events. He was joined in the top 5 by Burr Hill champion Darren Wright, Sam Connor, who tamed the wind at Longhurst Hall, and Alan Dunbar and James Fraser, both of whom had played very consistently in the opening tournaments.
Coming up, we'll continue our roundup of all the season's action, and we'll also be bringing you the front 9 of the EuroPro's fantasy golf course. And who knows, even this bad boy could be in there, but you'll have to find out. I'll see you after the break. And welcome back to our review of the PGA EuroPro Tour season. We've been looking back through the year, and so far we've seen the likes of Gary King, Darren Wright and Sam Connor notch up wins. But now it's time to look at the 5th event of the season, held at Camberwell Park on the Wiltshire-Somerset border.
Steve Surrey was in pole position for our next event at Camberwell Park. The local favourite led going into the final round, but a rather special performance from Marcus Armitage looks set to steal his thunder at the Grenker Championship. After finishing in the penultimate group, Marcus had a nervous wait, but when Surrey's putt came up short, the win was secured for an emotional Armitage.
When you've won in 2013 and you know you go through the period that I went through with losing the weight, you're always questioning yourself, are you going to come back, are you going to be able to do it again? When it comes down to it, are you going to be able to pull it off? And it was just a massive relief afterwards.
The EuroPro is the leading developmental tour, and evidence of that was provided in Scotland at Newmarket. Paul Howard, a recent recruit from the amateur ranks, put in a title-winning performance to claim his first professional title in the Paul Lawrie Foundation Granite City Classic. Let's relive the final moments. Paul is in a spot of bother as we join him on the 18th.
Must be sitting down a little bit, wispy grass round about there. Got to be careful that doesn't catch the hosel and turn this club left.
Well, decision to make, and that
sounded like it hit something.
Yeah, it certainly did.
I think that hit the trees, yeah.
And no doubt the cameraman wasn't going to be able to follow that one, because that's obviously changed direction as soon as it clobbered into the tree.
They're trying to maybe punch something in a little bit lower. It popped up higher than was expected, caught the branches of the tree as well. Here's where it's finished. Wow.
Ooh, well, this has put a spanner in the works, hasn't it?
You take it.
Oh, I didn't expect to be working this hard for his 4 down the last. Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, what a majestic shot coming into 18. Talk about totally redeem yourself.
Well, no wonder the crowd have gone with this. Marvellous composure under pressure.
That's fantastic, and I wish we could sort of wear a heart rate monitor and see what the guys are feeling like. But that's a wonderful shot in there under enormous pressure.
All the fans out in force.
This is what it's about, though. Turn pro in February, and just a few months later, this for his professional win. And it's in. Fabulous stuff from Paul Howard as he wins the Paul Lawrie Foundation Granite City Classic here at Newmarket in Aberdeen. Brilliant work from Paul Howard. The young Englishman, with a really solid final round, gets himself to 15 under to claim his maiden professional victory. The EuroPro does provide the perfect stage for players to make an opening statement in their professional careers. Paul Howard proved the point at Newmarket, and James Wilkinson did it in style at Montrose. He started the final day an incredible 5 shots behind leader Neil Fenwick, but went on to produce a stunning final round to hold the clubhouse lead. As the likes of Reed and Fenwick faltered in the home stretch, Wilkinson's victory was secured.
I didn't think about winning it at all, you know, just trying to shoot the best score I could and keep hitting it close, and I stuck to my process all day, you know, pre-shot routine, and you know, I think that just helped me, you know, obviously shoot 63, so I'm delighted, yeah.
Mar Hall played host to Event 8. The dramatic location provided the perfect backdrop for a dramatic finale, topped off with a nerve-wracking playoff between Aaron Rye and Craig Hinton as they fought to claim the Glenfarclas Open. We join them on the first playoff hole.
So Rye from the semi-rough just needs a good contact to get this up onto the green.
A little slump of the shoulders there.
Yeah, Hinton some 20, 30 yards maybe closer here, certainly with the advantage, with the shorter iron, able to go at the flag a bit more.
Yeah, certainly had an advantage there with the wet fairways and the fact that it was lift clean and place.
Going with a chipper this time.
Match play situation then, this to put pressure on. Oh dear, that's the face of a man that thinks he might be out of this now.
But here's Hinton to win the tournament.
On its way. And, well, he'll feel that he didn't give that a chance.
Little knee knocker for him.
Well done.
No problems.
Done and dusted then. So, both men with a par at the first playoff hole, and it means we have to keep going. Purposeful strike, but I don't think he likes it.
No, he doesn't look too happy with it. Oh,
goodness me, what is wrong with that?
That's a great shot, isn't it? Look at that. Straight over the stick.
Well, that's as good as
About
McKechnie's.
12 feet away.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. And that is pressure on now for Hinton. How does he respond?
Yeah, big pressure now, seeing the ball in there that close. Just a wedge or a 9-iron. Lovely smooth rhythm again. He's eyeing it up.
Oh, unlucky.
Yeah, over the top of the flag, you can see he wasn't expecting that to be long.
Hinton putting from the back fringe.
Good try.
Very good try.
Aaron Rye has a chance to win this tournament, but this again is a very tricky putt.
Yeah, I mean, it's one he'll obviously be looking to make, but he can't be too aggressive with it. We've seen how slippery it is around this hole.
Oh, it's in. It's in. Well, that was really brave from Aaron Rye, because if that had gone past, he'd have been in trouble. But straight in to the hole, and Aaron Rye claims his first professional title.
Played pretty consistently day one, day two. It was a little bit of a struggle today up until the end part of the round, and then finished off well, and it was obviously very nice making a 2 and 10 to win. I turned pro in 2012 as a 17-year-old and had a lot to learn, to be honest, and this tour has done that almost solely. So yeah, it's definitely had a big part in making me the player that I am.
Gary King remained top, but good performances from Darren Wright saw him close the gap to just £2,000. Rye and Connor's wins kept them in the top 5, whilst Alan Dunbar, yet to win an event, was in 5th position.
So this year we've been compiling our very own fantasy golf course, and how we've done it is each week the winner of the event gets to choose their favourite hole, and I have to say it's been a fascinating process. It's really brought out the best of some of the courses we've visited throughout the year. So let's take a look at the front 9 of the EuroPro's fantasy golf course. This one behind me, it's even got its own shark. 9 down and 9 to go, and some fantastic challenges for the players emerging. Will the back nine reveal even more about our venues? All that to come and much more after the break as we continue our review of the 2015 season, and we'll be giving you our top 10 shots of the year. I'll see you in 5. Welcome back to the 2015 review of the year. Now, we've witnessed some incredible golf and the emerging talent that makes this tour so unique. Some of the shots played proves this hands down. So let's take a look at our top 10.
Oh, that'll do.
Here's the question.
There he goes. Having a good look at it. Oh my goodness!
A little bit of spin. And look at this. Oh, have that. Made it look so easy.
Fly ball. Fly. Fly like an eagle. Fly like an eagle. Oh! Oh! God, can't have a look at that one.
This is a Sergio Garcia look. He likes this. Oh, and he's got the Seve Ballesteros finish. Cutting it back towards the flags. Oh, and he's done it. What a majestic shot by Sam. He's out of this. If this misses, clutch putt to keep it going for Jordan. It is. And this putt for an eagle. What an eagle. Now that puts the cat in amongst the pigeons. What a turnaround.
Go on. Oh, that's taken us all by surprise, and Mr. Roebuck, I think. Beautiful stuff. A hole-in-one from Mosley.
Some amazing shots there. Now, let's crack on with the highlights of the season. Event 9 and the tour travelled to Hawkstone. It was a new event on the circuit, but it would see an old face emerge victorious.
The drama continued at Hawkstone Park, courtesy of former European Tour member Andrew Marshall. With the title within touching distance, he contrived to produce a final dramatic round. A double bogey on the 12th looked to be a costly mistake. It would now take an exceptional finish to claim the Wealth Design Invitational. But would Marshall prove he was up to the job?
That was well played and pretty unfortunate not to release right by the hole. I think he probably thought he might have done enough to have a little tap in. What a way to come back and play the EuroPro. Can he seal the deal?
Brilliant. His second EuroPro Tour title. And I think it's fair to say, after what we've seen today, that Andrew Marshall is back in some serious form.
I haven't been 14 under for years. Years and years.
Another high-profile amateur switching to the professional ranks underlined the wisdom of that move with a stunning 6-under par final round at Chart Hills. Jordan Smith, a Walker Cup winner, brushed aside more seasoned pros in a stunning final round to claim his first professional title, the PDC Open.
Yeah, like I said, I'm over the moon now. I sort of made a few phone calls to the parents, and they're a bit emotional, to say the least. So yeah, but now it's sank in and I'm just chuffed to bits. To know that I had to put in a good round today, and I did, I'm really happy with that. So it shows that my game's progressing in the right way and I'm able to compete at that level.
Three men dominated proceedings at the Carrick on Loch Lomond: Sam Connor, Neil Fenwick and Robbie Busher. The heavy rain earlier in the week meant that the course was playing extremely long and therefore tough as the players entered the final round. Busher was the man in control, but a double bogey on the 17th meant it would all come down to a nail-biting playoff as Connor chased a second title in the Cobra Puma Golf Open.
It's only at the last blip, and that one's left, going left. It's going to slow down. No, it's not, and that's, well, you've got to say that's a goner. God, look at this for a drop.
Somebody's got a good view of it. Yeah, it was a hard luck story.
It is. Heart bleeds for him.
Second playoff hole then. And Connor, well, again, he's leaked it, I think. He has.
Ooh, now Fenwick. No. Oh no, and that's way right, and he knows it. That's going on the wind. Oh, and that's clitter clatter.
Well, you can't believe it, can you? And it is a wind as well, isn't it?
And he's taking a drop. I wonder if it's a penalty drop or he's found a little bit of a water down there and he's got a freebie. Fenwick, obviously, eyes are wired, wants to find his ball. It was a penalty drop for Sam. Now, take two from same position. Cutting it round the corner.
He likes that shot, doesn't he?
He does. He does indeed. You got to think this has to go in or be right on knocking on Evans' door on the lip of the hole. Oh, and he's given himself a chance. Yeah, this for second victory on the PGA EuroPro Tour on the race to Desert Springs. Can he do it? Oh.
Well, he said he's given himself a chance, but Neil Fenwick knows this simply has to go in, otherwise the title is Sam's.
Can he keep it going? He can. Oh no, my goodness. He honestly thought he had that. That's gone right across the face of the hole. And commiserations to Neil Fenwick. That was a great putt, but not meant to be. What everyone loves, a foot putt to win the Carrick.
And he does. He follows up the victory at Longhurst Hall earlier in the year with a success here that tells you that he is very much the man to catch.
I didn't want to win in that way with Neil losing his ball and stuff, but at the same time I was thrilled. It was nice to be put under that much, you know, sort of pressure, and if you want to call it that, and just be able to, you know, just rise above it and just, you know, and enjoy it. Really, that was the main thing. I enjoyed it.
The playoff was rapidly becoming a regular feature of the 2015 tour, and at Slaley Hall it made another appearance, although the wind and rain threatened not just to dominate the show, but also force its cancellation. The weather reduced the event to a 36-hole tournament when the final round was abandoned, but at that stage the result was inconclusive. A three-way playoff beckoned to settle the issue in the Break 90 Championship. Asking it to come back round. It's still good.
Yeah, it's still solid. He's put a little bit of pressure on Billy now that it's a head-to-head.
Yeah, this is back to your match play situation, Gary.
It certainly is. He's staring it down. I wonder if it's going to be good. Wide and not too handsome, but it's on the green pin high. But boy, that's some putt he's left himself there.
And there's the man then in pole position. And that first shot into the bunker is going to seem like a long time ago for Rutherford. Hemstock then. This is tricky.
It is tricky. Long putt here, slightly down the slope. He's got to get this in tight. Make sure he doesn't give the hole away. There's a little bit of meat left on that one.
Yes, there are putts that you won't fancy in playoff conditions, and that one certainly fits the bill. Now then, Rutherford can make all of that academic here. Hold this, and it'll be his first pro win. No, not yet, old son. And a little bit like the putt we saw from Robert Shaw earlier on. No real conviction about that one.
No, and I think with the door slightly ajar with Billy leaving himself a bit of work, he may be you know, wasn't as committed to making that putt as he would have liked to have been.
That's where I don't think it helps. All sorts of people play the course. In a situation like this, you can't play the course. You're playing your opponent.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mind games then. Hemstock. Oh, no. It's caught up with him. Horseshoes out. And a rather forlorn look towards the crowd for Billy Hemstock as far as he's concerned. It's game over.
Yeah, the simplest of finishes here.
And there you go. Well, what a bizarre end to what has been a really fabulous playoff at the end of a very difficult day for the guys involved. After 12 events, the ever-present Sam Connor's hard work paid off, and his 2 wins all but secured a top 5 place and a Challenge Tour card. King, Wright, Howard and Rye made up the rest of the Challenge Tour spots. Neil Fenwick was without a win, but numerous good finishes, including 2 second places, saw him climb to 6th.
Have you ever wondered how we get those incredible shots of the golf course from above? Well, here at the EuroPro Tour, we're lucky enough to have our very own drone. It's capable of 40 miles an hour. It can get up to 400 foot. It really is an incredible piece of kit. Join us after the break. We'll be giving you the final 4 events of the season. But before then, let's see some of those amazing aerial shots from above. Welcome back to the 2015 EuroPro Tour review. We're 12 events down and we've already seen 10 different winners. That really shows the depth of talent on this tour. Event 13 was at Close House, and with tournaments running out, it really started to pile on the pressure for these young pros.
Marcus Armitage travelled to the magnificent Close House, hoping to join that exclusive club of double winners in a single season. His emotional victory at Camberwell Park had set him on his way, and when he sensed victory at the Tree of Life Championship, there was no stopping him.
You always want to move up, you always want to get, better. I'm just looking towards another win now.
Morallerton on the outskirts of Leeds saw one of the tour's more seasoned professionals rise to the top with a brilliant comeback performance. Mark Lasky, a winner back in 2013, had been out of action following an operation, and this performance proved the perfect remedy, holding off the challenge of Steve Ozell in the final round of the Clipper Logistics Championship.
I knew Ozell was 2 behind me, I think, when I got to 8, so I thought if I can just keep trying to get one more birdie, rather than trying to protect it, just keep trying to play a little aggressive and make them have to do the work to catch me.
Individual winners had dominated the headlines throughout the season, but the real key to success lay in finishing in the top 60 and making the cut for the Tour Championship. With an impressive prize fund, it's the perfect springboard for a place in the overall top 5 and a Challenge Tour card. The race to Desert Springs dominated the pre-tournament talk at the HotelPlanner.com Championship at Prince's. It was the last event on the domestic calendar, and it contrived to produce a thrilling finish, giving a 19-year-old the chance to steal the limelight.
The top 60 confirmed, and the tour headed to Spain to the unique Desert Springs. And with the prize fund set at a record £88,750 and 20 grand going to the winner, well, the stage was set for what was looking to be a thrilling event.
And a thrilling event it was. One man dominated the second round despite illness. Daniel Gavins battled his way round the opening two to ensure a commanding 4-shot lead going into the final day. Trailing in his wake a host of winners from the regular season, all on 8 under. Aaron Rai, victorious at Mar Hall, shot 2 rounds of 68. Rookie of the Year contender Paul Howard also carded 2 rounds of 68. Spaniard Sebastian Garcia Grout matched their feat, 2 rounds of 4 under, whilst Sam Connor, a 2-time winner in the regular season, carded a 67 on day 1 and a 69 on day 2 to complete the chasing pack. With so many permutations regarding the top 5 on the order of merit, we roped in Kit Alexander to explain all.
Dan Gavins is atop the leaderboard with a 4-shot lead. The win for him and the £20,000 winner's cheque would take him to £32,000 and give him every chance of topping the order of merit. Sam Connor's up there. Darren Wright's not far off the lead. It's an exciting battle for that top spot. Beyond that, of course, there's the 5 Challenge Tour cards up for grabs. Aaron Ray currently occupies that 5th and final position. Just behind him, less than £100 behind him, Paul Howard will be playing in the same final group today, just 4 shots off the lead. There's so many permutations that we'll try and keep on top of as the final round unfolds. But whatever happens, you're going to have some people with a lot of money in their pocket and a Challenge Tour card for next season and some very disappointed golfers. It's going to be an incredible final round.
Into round 3, and Chart Hill's champion Jordan Smith got off to a fantastic start and was 13 under for the tournament through 12 holes and shared the lead with Rai and Gavins. After the final 18 holes, that's how the scoring would finish, so it was fitting that the end-of-season event would have a nail-biting playoff finale. King, despite winning twice on tour already, was in serious danger of missing out on a Challenge Tour spot, and only a win for Rai would see that card secured.
Now this is huge. He's out of this. If this misses, clutch putt to keep it going for Jordan.
Oh.
It is.
Oh, what a brilliant finish to the season. Jordan Smith still in it.
Yeah, that's a wonderful up and down from a tricky spot. Keeps his dream alive.
Drama in the first playoff, and after that inconclusive opening playoff hole, the 3 contenders going back to the 18th tee, and this time around it was Jordan Smith that came within a whisker of a birdie that could have settled the matter. And the miss and 2 pars for Ryan Gavins meant that we went back to the 18th tee for a 3rd time. Well, under the pressure that these guys are under, they are performing quite brilliantly at the moment, and still nothing to separate our 3 contenders to win the Tour Championship here at Desert Springs. But a tricky one here for Gavins.
It is. Down and away, thick rough. Oh, and he's got it a little bit thin there. Maybe like bounced on him, or just came up a little bit too soon and semi-thinned it a little bit. But that's a tough break and a tricky putt coming back.
Here we go. Are we going to see a long putt seal this Tour Championship?
Oh, this has got pace. Oh, and it hits the hole. My goodness, the drama just keeps on going.
Well, this crowd being royally entertained in the closing acts of this season. Smith just unlucky. Rai once again can take it away from everybody.
Gary King wants this to go in. Aaron Rai for it. He's tracking. He hasn't hit it. Oh, there he is. There's his mate, Jack Colgate.
Oh, dramatic stuff once again, and Aaron Rai and Jordan Smith, they can go back to the tee. But what about Gavins? He's got to do like Jordan Smith did on the first playoff hole. He's got to hold this.
Yeah, it's in or go home.
Oh, it's go home, I'm afraid. And it's brutal, isn't it, at this level? Oh, that's a tough one for Daniel Gavins to take. Considering the lead he had at the start of today, that's a tough one.
Yeah, 4 shots coming into the final day. It's a tough break for the young man. He's a good player, he'll be back. Now Smith, can he polish off and send this into another playoff hole? Yes, he can. Here we go again.
Round and round we go until we've got ourselves a winner. Daniel Gavins, though, is out. Playoff hole 4 then. Jordan Smith against Aaron Wright. And now it's going to be last man standing. Chance to put a marker down here, match play style, put some pressure on. And again, similar sort of region that we've seen a lot of players hit to. It's giving them some problems, isn't it, this back flag?
It is, most definitely. They know all the dangers at the back, and when you're first to go, you've got to find the surface, which is what he did. And let's see what Rye can do.
Was that a double cross?
Oh, is that the water? It is. Big splash from Aaron Rye, and that might be the big finish for him. Aaron Rye, I'm afraid, swimming with the fishes.
Okay, penalty drop for Rye. Playing 4. Got to chip this in, John.
Yeah, it's up over a rise. Feeds down towards the stick. Pops it. It's got pace. Can it hit the flag? Oh, no. You know Gary King's going to be looking at that now, just shaking his head in, you know, disbelief. Winning 2 tournaments. Could be not getting his card as we look now at Jordan Smith. 2 putts.
Well, you know what they say, if you've got them, take them. He'd love to do it in style, but he's going to do it with a slightly more circumspect approach. He's got that one, if Aaron Rye holds out for the tournament.
And a few Southwester boys there, ready for the old shampoo.
Not the finish Rye was dreaming of. And I'm afraid he's not going to ask Jordan Smith the question at the end of this Tour Championship. Well, it's a shame that it should come to this, because it's been a fabulous tournament and they've provided us with some superb entertainment on this playoff. But Jordan Smith now is the man that will be crowned champion for the season. And it does mean, as well, with that £20,000 going into the bank, that he will also take the Race to Desert Springs title. And there it is. Jordan Smith's done it. Fabulous performance today and a thoroughly deserved win. He is the Tour champion and the overall champion in the Race to Desert Springs for the season. Brilliant performance from him when the pressure was on, and thoroughly deserved. And there you go, John, there's your shampoo, and he's been thoroughly coated.
Oh, well deserved. He really is. Played fantastic here the last day, hasn't he, Scotty?
Yeah, I think to shoot that sort of score on the final day under that sort of pressure, he thoroughly deserves it, as we said.
Jordan, you've just won the Matchroom Sport Tour Championship on the 4th extra hole. How are you feeling?
As you can see, just been covered in champagne, but no, I'm over the moon. It was tough, mentally, physically drained, but no, I'm over the moon.
That win also sees you top the EuroPro Tour Order of Merit. You're on the Challenge Tour next season.
Yep.
How's that going to be?
That's the icing on the cake. So just looking forward to doing it now, getting on Challenge Tour. So
you've had 2 wins in your rookie professional season, top the Order of Merit. That must be far above and beyond your expectations.
Yeah, no, I was my target was to get 1, and to get this second one, well, it's gone above and beyond what I was expecting. So I'm over the moon.
Confirmation then of how the Race to Desert Springs has finished for the 2015 season. Jordan Smith's massive win rockets him to the top of the standings, and he gets his Challenge Tour card along with Aaron Rye, courtesy of his 2nd place here in Spain, with Darren Wright, Sam Connor and Marcus Armitage all doing enough at Desert Springs to add to their victories earlier in the season and make it through. Spare a thought though for Gary King and Daniel Gavins, tough to lose right at the final event.
With the 16 events completed, we can finally reveal to you the rest of our EuroPro Fantasy Golf course. So here is the back 9. Well, what a season it's been, full of tension, action and of course celebration for those players finishing in the top 5. Join us next year for the PGA EuroPro Tour, which I'm sure is set to be just as thrilling as the past year. Championships all gone.
Sorry, Cactus. I got that so wrong, it's a joke.